Hey Tony, Zach Hansen here with the final exercise of the achievement. I'm sure you'll have thoughts on my portfolio as you're currently looking at it in this video, and I'm sure you've probably already given it a go, found all the typos and all the design flaws in it. Um, but that's okay. That's what this is for, to help me grow, and I've really appreciated all the feedback you've given me over the course of this, these exercises. So. Let's get ahead and start. So if we're just going to talk about the evolution of plant experts, we have our summary there, kind of what plant expert is about. And then we talk about the challenge, and this is the briefing. It's given near the beginning of the course to think about and refer back to a long time. So I went back and looked over that quite a bit. So then we kind of started with the beginning stages, and so a lot of that is interviews, a lot of that is seeing who our competitors are, things like that. Then a really big exercise was user personas. So I came up with two: Reed LaFleur and Lily Green, both planty names. But I think I might add that couple one in here that you talked about later on in the portfolio. So we'll see. And then we go through, and we haven't really built anything yet, but we're preparing and we're getting our minds in the right places. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And then finally we get to some wireframes and early prototypes. So you can kind of see a little bit of an evolution here from low fidelity sketches, mid fidelity balsamic, and then higher fidelity sketch. So I think that's a cool little graphic. It's kind of fun to look at. It's fun to see the evolution. Then user testing. User testing was huge. Probably the most challenging exercise of them all, considering how much time and effort went into planning it, making sure I had a good script, all sorts of stuff like that. So user testing was huge. And then that also led to improvements, and you can see after I got some feedback over time from either usability tests or preference tests or other students, then you can see the evolution here. And I think that is very nice. Then we also got design collaboration. So you can see this is a little tweaking at the end of the things that just put it a little over the top, I feel like. So again, like the stars, like he talked about, was a big thing. Spacing, this search icon, that was huge. And then there's the current prototype, and then also if you want to go see more, there's more info there. So that is kind of the journey that I went on over these past couple months designing Plant Expert. And I had a good time with it. I enjoyed it. So let's get into the questions. So first question is, have you ever given feedback on someone else's designs before? What about receiving feedback? So I definitely did both in this course because no one gave me feedback when I just posted in Slack and just left it there. I always had to go and check someone else's to get feedback before. So that is something that happened, and I think they all had a good keen eye for it. How would your teammates describe you as someone to work with? I think I'm a fun, enjoyable teammate. I might push the pace just a little bit, but I think that's good to have in a team sometimes, just to get things rolling. So the quality assurance guys might hate me, but I feel like it's just good to get things out. It makes me feel productive. Okay, tell me about a difficult project, or tell me about something going wrong and how you reacted. Well, like I said earlier, the hardest one was the user testing, and I had 2 people drop out on me, and so that pushed my timelines all around, and then I had to scramble and shuffle to get it. And so it definitely feels a little frustrating when people cancel on you and you're ready to get something, but in the end, I calmed down and I reached out to some new people, and it took a shorter amount of time than I anticipated, so that was nice. And then question number 4. Come up with your own question you could ask the interviewer. For instance, something about culture, flow, company vibe, product questions, and more. So I am also currently an employed adult and looking for better, cooler employment like a UX designer. So I've thought about this question a lot, and what I want to ask is, where does the company see itself going in like 5 years? Because I definitely want to be a part of a company that's growing and that has a plan and a future and a vision and doesn't feel like it's just hanging on, even though 2020 is kind of crazy and that might be the answer. I really appreciate something that tries to push itself to grow. I think that's it. Anyways, that's my last exercise for 6.7 portfolio review. I love your feedback.